Now let's turn our attention to Germany. This is Europe's biggest economy, and it's going to the polls on Sunday, the 23rd of February. This election is taking place against a backdrop of economic decline and a series of deadly attacks which have increased pressure to reform immigration in the country. Now, 4 candidates are bidding to be Germany's next chancellor. Who are they? What do they stand for? And who is in the lead? Our next report tells you.
Germany is Europe's biggest economy, the most populous nation in the European Union, and a leading member of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO. And now, its citizens are going to polls on February 23rd to elect a new parliament. Elections usually take place every 4 years, and this one was due on September 28th this year. But it has been brought forward thanks to the collapse of the Olaf Scholz government. This election is taking place against a backdrop of 4 fatal car rammings and stabbings that have increased pressure to reform immigration and asylum rules. Berlin is also battling 2 years of economic decline, high energy prices, and stiff Chinese competition. So the onus is on the next government to turn things around. 4 candidates are vying to become Germany's next chancellor: the incumbent, the opposition leader, the current vice-chancellor, and in a first, a leader of a far-right party. Let's take a closer look at the top contenders. The frontrunner is the 69-year-old 6 feet and 6 inches tall flying enthusiast Friedrich Merz of the Christian Democratic Union, or CDU, which is part of the Conservative Alliance including CDU and the Christian Social Union in Bavaria, or the CSU. He is a pro-business social conservative who joined the youth arm of the party as a young man. He has worked his way up the ranks, spent years waiting in the wings, and now he's running with a hardline stance on migration, with permanent border controls and tightening the country's asylum law. Merz has also made promises to cut taxes and slash $52 billion in welfare spending. But he has promised to bolster aid for Ukraine. Germany is the second biggest weapon supplier to Ukraine after the United States. Then comes someone who could be the kingmaker. 46-year-old Alice Weidel is the first candidate of the Alternative for Germany, or AfD, since the party was created in 2013. She is a far-right anti-immigration leader who is an economist by training. She wants to end sanctions on Russia. She enjoys good ties with Moscow, so unsurprisingly wants to end aid for Ukraine. Weidel has become popular with young voters on TikTok and gained widespread support over her hardline promises of mass deportations. One such admirer is tech billionaire and Donald Trump's close advisor, Elon Musk. The next contender is the incumbent. 66-year-old Olaf Scholz from the Social Democratic Party of Germany, or the SPD, has been the chancellor since September 2021, leading an unpopular coalition which collapsed in November. Now, Scholz wants a second chance to boost the economy by bolstering investment and raising the minimum wage. He has backed faster deportation of failed asylum seekers, and while he supports Ukraine, he says it can't come at the cost of German citizens. But his vice-chancellor, who is also a contender, has a different opinion. Robert Habeck belongs to the Green Party. He believes permanent financing of war-torn Ukraine is important. So far, the right-wing opposition parties have remained steadily in the lead. As per opinion polls, CDU and CSU are leading with 29% of the votes, followed by AfD with 21%. SPD comes in third with 16% of the votes, followed by the Greens with 12%. In a few days, we will know which way Germany will swing: left, right, or remain centred.
Merci beaucoup. Hi, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Namaste, Mr. President.
Bharat Kelogan, Komeri Namaste.
How many people generally follow you in interviews?
Typically in a month, we have viewers up to 150 million. That's more than twice the population of France. And in the last 2 years, we had 3 billion viewers. So I say, Laurent, this is your chance to be famous. You're on Firstpost. One word to describe your equation with Prime Minister Modi.
Amitié.
As India and France work together, are you creating a new era of non-alignment in the technology space?
India is a training superpower. 1 million engineers a year, more than all of Europe and the US combined. So we have that partnership. We have a partnership on the environment and the economy. We also have civilian nuclear programs. And that is something we've developed far beyond the France-India relationship. So we want to work together on AI.
And then comes China with its DeepSeek, creating models at a fraction of the cost. Did that innovation take you by surprise? Did that breakthrough make you sit up and think, what did the Chinese do and how?
But what did DeepSeek do? They took everything that was already available from the last AI model and then they recalibrated it.
So are you going to ban Chinese AI in France?
So we don't have this American approach of banning tech because of where it comes from.